Hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays if you're celebrating or whatever you're celebrating. I would like to make a short video about Varivas lines. And I have three different braid lines. I just received uh, the Avani Casting PE Max Power line. I haven't used this line yet, so I can't really tell you how it performs. Same goes for Jigging 10 by 10 Varivas Max Power line. I've been using Varivas high grade PE for a long time. It's my favorite go-to high performance braided line. I use that line on my spinning reels. I use PE2, which has 37-pound test. It's a very strong line. Um, it's a high-grade PE line according to Varivas, sensitive and super strong. And I have this on my, this is actually after 2 seasons and I fish a lot, so you can see the color is still there. It's much lighter, maybe more than 2-3 seasons. I don't even remember how many seasons. And I just spooled my other reel with 150 yards, meters actually, so it's 165 or 170 yards. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit and compare them, unbox those lines. About the high grade PET, they say that this premium material achieves 30% lower stretch than conventional 8-strand braid line, and it's a high integrity, reliable, break resistant tournament grade PE line. I really like that line. I have to say it. It's a little bit more expensive than Power Pro, but I think it's worth it. Um, it's much thinner than regular Power Pro. I don't know about the Power Pro has a new line, Shimano. I haven't used it. I don't know much about this. Not slick. There's a new, I forgot the name of it, but they're supposed to be very thin and strong. But I can tell you that I've been using this one. There's no wind nuts whatsoever. It's really good quality. And I love the color. The color is great. It looks a little bit like, I think, Power Pro Slick 8. But it's really smooth, and it's a great line. This spool, you can get this line from Varivas directly. They're pushing hard on American market. They have a website now, varivas.fishing.com, and they offer some good discounts. Last time I checked, they had 25%. I think they also had 40% off before. But this line would cost you PE2 approximately $30 for 150 meters, which is about 170, 165 yards. So if you get the discount, if you're lucky, 25%, they offer free shipping. You can probably get this for $24 or even less, which is good deal for that particular line. Okay, this is this is more expensive line. I just received it. I never use it. Let's call it Max Power PE Avani Casting. According to Varivas, I'm going to read it what they say. This is high-end Max Power casting model, tight tension winding to maximize tenacity, more than 1.5 or stranded braids in a uniform even tension winding process to ensure consistent strength, qualify heavy duty casting braids, less worn down on a longer runtime. And they all SPF coating. They have all those 3 lines, which is fluoride resin improves castability by cutting guide friction. So I guess they're more smooth. They're all made in Japan, as you can see. And the one thing I like about this, one thing I don't like, it's the color. I don't like white lines, and this is my personal opinion. I really do prefer darker lines. This line will get dirty very quickly, very fast. And you know, it's not that important, but if I had a choice, I would prefer blue, which is beautiful, or even rainbow, like this 10 by 10 line, or orange, even orange. I just personally don't like white lines. But the one thing I like about this line, it has 25, every 25 meter has a marking. So you know, when you cast or when you're jigging, you know how far you can cast. I mean, it's even good when you spool it. This is 200, 300 meters, so I guess I can use on my reel. I usually use 150 meters. So when you spool it, every 25 meters you have a mark, so you would know how much line you put. So I guess you could divide this in two without any, you don't have to use any reel counter or electronic device. Let me just open it and see how it feels. Yeah, it is super smooth. It's really silky. Yeah, it's extremely strong line. So this is 2.5 PE, and this is 40-pound test. So it's extremely strong line. This is, I think, stronger because this is PE2, 37-pound test. So this one is even stronger, and it's cheaper. This line is expensive, pretty expensive, I would say. This is $72 according to a Varivas website, this particular PE. So, you know, it's an expensive line, but it's a high grade, superb quality line. And I wouldn't use it on my conventional reels. I would just use on my spinning reels. So you don't really have to buy 1,000 meters to spool your reels. So as I said, once again, I like the quality of it. I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna let you know how it performs. And I like the marking system every 25 meters. The one thing I don't like is the color, but this is really cosmetic issue. And you might disagree with me or you might agree. I prefer, as I said, darker lines, and then even yellow would look good. The white is just too simple in my opinion. And I don't like the price, but hey, good product costs money. And let's go to the third line, which is max power. I haven't used this line either. I just received it. I'm gonna spool one of my reels. This is 10 by 10. It's great for jigging. So according to Varivas, let's read what they say about this one. This is ultimately stronger, extremely thin 8-strand braid for jigging fishing. Okay, 10 by 10 color system, so 10 colors every 10 meters, which is nice. All right, so this is good marking. Some people like rainbow. I don't personally like rainbow. I prefer over white, but still I'm not crazy about the rainbow lines. Quickly leads bait and jig to correct depth range. Okay, we know that. And super smooth surface, outstanding resistance, abrasion resistance due to special silky smooth line coating. Okay, so let's see what there is. I think it's even softer than a max power casting Avani. This is PE2 also. Oops. Let me see what's the test. PE2. Yeah, that's the 33-pound test. So it's a little bit, it's not as strong as a high grade PE. It's also more expensive. This one costs approx about $52. So you can probably get $15 off if you're lucky. So you can get 37 free shipping, which is a good, great, really deal. As I said, I'm a big fan of Varivas products. I really like them, and I would love them to succeed in America. They were not as popular as Shimano or Daiwa lines, but I think they have a better product comparing to Power Pro. What I'd like to see, I would love to see Varivas entering the budget-friendly lines market. I would love them to introduce bulk lines like Power Pro, let's say 1,500 yard spools below $100 if possible. Doesn't have to be H-strand, could be just like Power Pro. But if they can make it nice line, good line, braid line, 50, 60, 100 pound test lines, in the bulk sizes, I think they will succeed. That's my advice to Varivas. They have a great product, great marketing tool, and I like it. I mean, I've been using Varivas for, as I said, many years. I've been using this particular game line, which is monoline, for almost 20 years. And I use for my leaders instead of fluorocarbon. This is actually 20, but I use 30-pound test for striper fishing as a leader. It's invisible. It's a very strong and thin line. It's great for fluke fishing. I have even some info about this one, but this has been on the market for a long time. Oh, I have anything here? Yeah, there you go. Game nylon line, high performing IGFA class mono nylon line. Varivas VAG manufacturing method, I don't know what it means. Has the same strength on conventional LB pound test nylon line, yet in one class lower in thickness. It same goes for Varivas braided lines. They're extremely thin and strong. So to give you an example, I said that already in my previous video. This particular line, PEE, thickness is approximately the same as Power Pro 20-pound test line. So the same thickness, right? Like 20-pound Power Pro, and you're getting not 20-pound, you're getting 37-pound strength. It's extremely strong. It goes for all those lines. I know they're more expensive, but they still high quality, superb lines. All right, nothing against Power Pro. I've been using Power Pro on my reels. As you can see here, all my conventional reels are spooled with Power Pro 50-pound test line, spectra line. This is actually after 3 or 4 seasons, same Power Pro line. It holds well. It's a great line. Now it's very soft. It lost some color, but it's still performing well. So there's nothing wrong with the Power Pro Spectra regular line. It takes 400 yards. So if you look in a good efficiency, and if you want to save some money, I would probably recommend, if you have 400 or 500 yards to spool, I would go with Power Pro. That's one of my questions to Varivas. Why can they make a good quality bulk lines like Power Pro, like Spectra line, in the class, price below $100 per spool, 1,500, whatever, 1,000 yards. As long as they make below $100, now Spectra costs more than $100. I used to pay $60, $70 for 50-pound test Power Pro. Now you have to pay $120. So it's getting expensive. And if Varivas can enter this market with the budget braid line below $100 for 1,500 yard spool, it will be great. I'm the first to buy it. So I'd love to see it. Well, they have markings. You can see the color markings for that 10 by 10. It's pretty cool. And one more thing about this expensive Avani Casting Max Power PE. It has, I don't know what it means, but it's combined with the use of Varivas PE NI shoe spray, non-gas, and it features outstanding formulation and castability, abrasion resistance, and durability. That's what they say. So I guess you could use it with that special spray from Varivas. I'm gonna test this line, and I'm gonna make another video, see how it performs. This one I know I can highly recommend because I know this line well. I've been using it on my reels, as you can see, for many years. It's a strong line. It's a thin line. It's smooth. You can cast really far. I would hope to see some good surf fishing rods. I've been using G Loomis, the older models. As you know, the G Loomis, I think they discontinue. They don't make those surf rods anymore. I used to buy a GL2, GL3, and then IMX, and these are my favorite fishing rods. I've tried Lamy Glass. I never tried Tsunami. I know people like Tsunami, which is a little bit cheaper, but I love G Loomis. And one of my favorite rods, it's an extra fast 8.6, 3/4 to 1.5 ounce rod, which I use for, that's my everyday summer rod for stripers and fluke. And if Varivas can make good surf fishing rods, 9-footers, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10-footer, I will guarantee they would make money in America, because it's really hard to find a good, well-priced rod. I mean, you can buy a rod for $500, $600, $400, there's no problem. But if you're looking for a rod for in the $200 range, it's really difficult to find a good rod. You know, I'm not saying I spend money on rods, and I had like 5 or 6 G Loomis, so you know I paid good money for it. But now I don't want to spend no $600 on the IMX. It's just not worth it. So I think it would be great if they could enter the rod building market in the US and introduce some surf fishing rods for striper fishing, fluke fishing, bluefish, weak fish, all kinds of fish, and some low budget, I wouldn't say low budget, but well priced braid lines in bulk sizes, 1,000 yards, 1,500 yards. Doesn't have to be 8 strand, could be just regular like Power Pro, but well priced. I would love to see it. I would love to try it, and I wish them all the best. You can visit their website, which is varivas.fishing.com. I'm gonna put the link under this video, and hopefully I can test those 2 lines soon and make a video maybe when I'm fishing for stripers this coming season. So stay healthy, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and hopefully we can catch some nice fish, and I'm gonna make some nice videos, hopefully soon, showing new Varivas fishing rods, because I would love to test their rods. All right, have a good one. As I said, stay healthy, and the better times are coming. Bye.